got everybody we need. JJ?
Todd, I imagine for players who maybe haven't been in this situation before, that nerves would naturally be something to combat. How have you sensed that your team has generally handled situations of nerves and such?
Well, we haven't had many opportunities to handle it. Game 6 was an elimination game for us. We obviously handled it well. This is an extension of Game 6. We've got to win or we know what the consequences are. Our team feels loose. I don't think there's a lot of players that are uptight at this point. We'll see how we are when the game starts, but we'll play, and if we prepared, now we need to execute. If we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Todd, we were just in there talking to Milan, and he was saying, ideally tonight, once that puck drops, the team starts playing the way they did in Game 6. How hard is it for your squad to duplicate that in what's been a weird series, really?
Well, it's never easy. That start in Edmonton the other night wasn't an easy task by any means, and we know that Anaheim will be prepared. They're playing at home. They're a veteran team. They've got a lot of experience and composure, and they're going to give us a much better battle right off the bat. In an ideal world, you'd like to repeat that, but we don't live in an ideal world. We've got to go out and earn opportunities early, try and swing the momentum our way. But it's easy to talk about it at 11:30 in the morning. It's a little tougher to do at 7 o'clock at night.
Todd, you guys are a young team. Stanley Cup window seems like it's starting to open right now. How does that impact the pressure of a Game 7? Does that lessen it to some degree, or are guys just still raring to go because they're pro athletes?
I think they're still raring to go. It doesn't matter how far into the window you are, how old a player you are. Is the window opening, closing? You want to win. I don't think they even consider that at all. I don't think anybody's even thought of it that way. They're here, they're living in the present, and they want to win.
Todd, how has all that experience you accumulated covering or coaching the Sharks, how has that informed how you approach this team on this run? And do you have to take a different approach with a young team like this versus a veteran squad in San Jose?
Well, I'm not talking about San Jose one bit to our players. We haven't used those two words since we played them in that series. My experience, Milan Lucic's experience, anybody else's that's played in a 7-game series has come from a different environment, different people, different uniforms. If we get a sense where we have to bring something up, we will, but there isn't anybody in there standing up and saying, hey, when I was in Boston, this is what we did, or this is what we did in San Jose against Detroit 7 years ago. It doesn't matter.
But do you take a different approach coaching a veteran squad like the Sharks versus this young group? Is it any different?
Well, the teams have different personalities. So you have to know your team. Sometimes you're a little more direct, sometimes you're a little a little more massaging. Our team's a younger group. We're just trying to get our group prepared so that they can go out and execute. It's as simple as that. And we don't have to fight any of the past demons or successes because we don't have any. It's a brand new opportunity for us.
Todd, do you emphasize to your players that just go about your routine on a day like this and what is not a normal game?
But it is a normal game. This Game 6 was Game 7 for us. There's no difference. Of course, the series ends tonight, maybe the one big thing, but the series was going to end in Game 6 if we didn't play well. There's always elimination games. To me, those are Game 7s as well. And we played in one now. Now we've got to play back-to-back in one on the road. Let's see how we do.
Todd, is there a trait or an attribute about your group that has sort of revealed itself over the course of this run, this season, that maybe you had questions or even doubts before, but now you've kind of come to see? Is there something about this group that's...
It's a good question because when we started 2 years ago, we wanted to build up we wanted to build the player pool, we wanted to build the talent pool, we wanted to put a team together, fix things that we felt needed to be fixed, incorporate a foundation system-wise. But one of the most important things we wanted to do was work on that mental aspect. And I think at that time I talked about not folding your hand, being more resilient, pushing the game deeper, sticking with things. And it has evolved over time to where we can now use those tools. We have a little more resiliency, a bigger bounce back in our game. We can be down and still in it. We can take one on the chin and come back. So that's nice to see. It's nice to have that reputation, or be at least developing it as we go forward.
Thanks, Todd. Thank you, guys.
Okay.